So, it picked up. I had to take the chance when one of the games had a slight advantage. Because I know you people. You're all going, oh, let's vote everyone the same or similar. I love it that so many people left. I did say that I'm returning. Strange people. Anyways, let's play Disturbed. It's a free game on Steam. Apparently some sort of visual novel or something, I don't know. I saw it, it looked interesting. Why not? Start the game. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt and your cow is sick. For some time the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you? You've made up your mind. You're going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Go through the crops, go in the house, go in the shed. Let's go to the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember you did with the key. Let's go to the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. Wait, let me move the chat over here. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Let's read in my journal. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethany is also doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment? Well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Dear Journal, I woke one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what it is about. I'll lay in bed. Fuck it. You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach toward the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin starts to flake away, like dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. Whoop. You feel pain you have never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. Oh. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. Well, that was short. I think there is an option to automatically skip stuff you already read. Let's go into the house again. Open my chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Let's go back outside. Go to my crops. A past divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Go into the pen. Ugh. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Let's grab a mushroom. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to whip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die eventually after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Achievement unlocked. Great. Skip scene messages. Or scene messages. After choices, keep skipping. Auto forward time. Fast. Turn. Previous auto. Start. What about the auto skip? Let's go to my crops again. Go into the pen. Inspect the water. You inspect the water, looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Let's leave the pen. Follow the path? Sure. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Sure. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Let's go further into the cave. Oh! Before you take the next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you had made a terrible mistake even thinking that something helpful can be in here. Fight the bear! You scan the ground and notice there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites into your neck. Your body quickly goes limp and you die. Your adventure ends here. Whoopsie daisy. Preferences. Skip scene all messages. Begin skipping. Go into the house. Read journal. Open chest. Go back outside. Go into the shed. Scene messages. Follow the path. Let's go into the cave again. Go further. Can I flee? Run away! The moment you turn to run, the bear rose with a deep growl, shaking the loose stones about the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. As you make it to the trail, the bear catches up with you, tackling you to the ground. You scream in pain as the bear whips you apart. Your adventure ends here. Well? God damn it. Continue down the path. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you recall. Maybe he is home. Inspect the shack. You walk toward the structure, knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and you use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. Inspect the book on the table. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. God damn it! You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently there's a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about it then? Something pretty intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under and I've lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to the extremes, but I can't be helped now. I'm leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying and there's nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name you got chills running down your spine. Open the trapdoor. You observe the trapdoor, notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking you travel downward. Oh. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there's a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. Talk to the woman. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. You there, let me out of here. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You will never believe me even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please have mercy on me. Sure, free her. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns toward you. I will now do you a favor. Ugh. What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of Bones' hand lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It's unfortunate that your journey ends here. That really is like... Shadowgate! Is my chat broken? Ow, here! My chat wasn't moving at all. I didn't see you guys. Sorry I didn't respond to anything. Boss kittens. Ah, the Anno is back. Not in Tybal. The convenience. Haha. This is a Sierra game. Set a farm. Fight the bear. Adventure. Hi Coconut. How are you doing? Flashbacks of uninvited, yeah. So, I can read the chat now. Decline. I will not. No, don't go. With nothing else on deck, you make your way up the stairs. Okay. As you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you could. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Can I save? Take a nap. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. It's always a good idea to just fall asleep on a road. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. Yeah. Let's pick at the grass. As you pick at the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. You turn around to see a large, angry face looking back at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes your tongue as the tightening grip of the wood squeezes what air is left out from your body. Your adventure ends here. Okay, let's take a nap. Somehow taking a nap doesn't kill me. That's interesting. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? We take the trail of saving. Go left. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? Follow the trail in the grass. Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Inspect the grave. You approach the grave. You look at the sword within tweak. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword, may I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. I wear hope, like a flower found in darkness. Grab it. You reach for the sword. Before you can lay a finger on it, the spirit grabs your arm. A sharp pain flows over your body as your flesh melts off your bones. What fragments remain fall to the ground. Your adventure ends here. It's quite nasty. Follow the trail in the grass. Inspect the grave. Back away from the sword. You listen to the spectre and leave the sword. The figure fades out of view. Continue on. You pause to see that there's a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. Go back to the grave. Inspect it. Like a flower in the darkness. Continue on. Let's inspect the lake. What can go wrong? You step near the lake and look down into it. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort, sitting on the bottom of the lake. There's something strange about it, as if it were calling out to you. Sure. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start your way to make your way toward it. A large fish comes into view. It quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. You try to leave for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes as a giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Your adventure ends here. I just need to make sure that I don't forget something or so. Continue along the trail. The faint trail comes to an end. There's a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. Inspect the stone pillars. Will is pink for me. You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed here. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. Explore the field. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn rush across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Surely the unique powers of a unicorn can help you with your quest, but there is clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. Let's go back. I guess the color is different for everyone, since he didn't set a color. I can't inspect, I can't do anything with the lake, so let's go back. So let's save. Continue down the path. You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There's a stone well near the path. Well, 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 let's inspect it. You peer down the well. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there's a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin. Sure. You lean over the edge of the well. There's a possible way you can obtain the coin by reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn and climb down along the inner wall of the well. You take a few successful steps down, but your luck runs out. You misplace your foot and you fall. Tumbling about, your body clashes against the stone walls. With a single knock on the head, you lose all consciousness of your accident. With a splash, you fall into the water. Your body sinks effortlessly and you drown without realizing it. Your adventure ends here. Well, continue on. Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramor. Several times a year you come here to trade goods from the farm. You discover the plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight. Continue course. You've come a long way and you don't decide to turn back now. You march forward into the tainted soil. Before you can realize what happened, you sink completely under the ill soil. Darkness consumes you and your lungs struggle for air. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure ends here. It was all for nothing. Okay, let's go back where the path split. Let's go wide! How about this? You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. Inspect the tree. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in. You look and see something shiny in the hole, as if it were metal. Feeling around with your hand, you find 3 knobs. One on the right, one centered in the middle, and one on the left. Press the knobs. Press the left one. Press the middle one. Press the right one. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. Okay, left, right, middle. Press the knobs. Middle, left, right. Press the knobs. Middle, right, left. Press the knobs. Right, left, middle. Right, middle, left. Okay, well then left, left, left. Okay, leave the tree. Go to the gate. You approach the gate cautiously. Enter. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. There's a fountain before you with statues on your left and right. Right and left. Save. Inspect the statue on the right. Before you stand an old angel statue that is broken in many areas. With one hand the angel is holding a sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering over the bowl. You notice that there's only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. Statue on the left. You see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with one finger pointed up towards the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. Inspect the fountain. There's a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull toward the fountain, as if it were calling for something. Enter the tower. You approach the door. As you reach for the doorknob, an invisible barrier stops you. It must be some sort of magic. Exit the gated area. Go back where the path split. I have no idea what to do now. Continue down the path. Inspect the well. Leave. Continue on. Go back. So I have the strange feeling go back where the path split. Go wide. Oh. I guess I need to solve the tree puzzle somehow, but I haven't seen anything that left, middle, left. Oh wait, enter. The statue on the left has one finger pointing up. So 1. Left is 1. Statue on the right. Only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. White is 2. Left 1, twice white. Left, right, right. Ah! You hear the rumbling of rocks as the ground starts to shift underneath you. Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. The hole above you seals up, trapping you underground. You find yourself with no evident way out but the path before you into the darkness. Your choice is to move forward. You see three separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose? The path of saving. Go left. You cautiously make your way through the darkness. You come to a split path. Which way should you go? Go left. You move forward into the darkness. You see 3 separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose? Left. Right. You struggle forward as the way before you becomes completely dark. You notice that there's a light off in the distance and you continue to make your way forward. Eventually you're making some sort of concrete room and turning around you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that it wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing in the room, you decide to move on through the doorway. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn about to discover that in each direction there's a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and corners of the room. You notice that there are several markings on the doors and floor, some of which scare you. You've got a bad feeling about this place. You inspect the supplies. You walk about the room browsing through the dust-covered storage. You find some rope in one of the boxes. It feels strong to the touch and has minimal wear. You decide to take the rope. Enter the left door. You enter a small room with a large hole in the wall. There are other objects in the room, but none of them interest you. Continue on. You move forward into the darkness. Let's go to the middle one. You cautiously step toward the darkness. Go left. You hear a subtle echo of shifting rocks before you. Oh! An eye appears before you as its gaze pierces the darkness. Before you can do anything, tentacles burst from the ground and grip your body. It pulls you about, but you resist as much as you can. Not sure what you can do, you continue to resist until you can think of something. Your body begins to grow weak as your strength burns away. You suddenly feel yourself pulled to the ground and you are dragged about like a ragdoll. It is not long before the creature devours your body, leaving nothing behind. Your adventure ends here. Got roped by a roper. Inspect the supplies. Let's enter the middle door. That looks like a nice door. I mean, what can go wrong? You enter a room full of metal cages. Before you is a hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages surely did not like to be locked up. You notice there's an animal in the cage on the left of the room, but from the dark stains on the fur it is dead. You cautiously walk down the hallway, enter a room with 2 cell doors. Before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. Realizing that you're not prepared for a moment like this, you slowly back away toward the other room. To your dismay, the dog follows your every movement. Before you can do anything, the dog leaps at you. You don't survive long and die a painful death. Your adventures in here? Who's a good boy? Let's enter the white door. We enter a small room. There's a large cauldron. The center of the room is wood resting beneath. There's nothing on the shelves, as if someone cleaned this place out. You look into the pot, but find nothing in it. There's nothing else to see, you exit the room. Save game. Enter the left door. Yeah, no pet dog for me. Continue on. Let's go forward was this. Well, forward and left was that. Maybe forward and right works. Go white. Nope. Okay, that kills me. Let's go white. Let's go left. Go left. Wait. White. Left. White. As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern, an old-looking ship resting against the edge of the lake with debris scattered about the surrounding area. You cautiously walk down toward the ship. The air is chilling and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. You move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take feels heavy as you hear the sound of wood cracking under your feet. You feel the ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce about the structure of the ship. From one room to another you come to discover a kitchen. Although there's nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it. Inspect the oven! You see a lone pot resting upon a dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash fill the oven chamber. You close the oven door. You pull out one after another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads about the air to disturb the rest. Checking underneath your cover a rusty knife resting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened red droppings dotting the edge of the wall. You take the knife and hope that you may defend yourself with it. Move on. You continue to learn the tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. You make your way back to the deck and decide to continue the search. Again you find nothing but empty rooms, left to remain in dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided. You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rests an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There's a small bed off near the corner of the room and some chairs in the other. You have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything, other than the lamp and other objects. There's a small stack of papers in contrast to a lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the papers resting on the desk. The loan document. Notice to the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone is being split up into groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find a more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. A stack of papers? Peering about the page of this collective pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes or journal entries. You pick a few and begin to read. Day 7. The voyage has gone quite smooth as we begin our 2nd week away from home. The spirits of the men are high as we anticipate discovery of new lands that lie beyond our documented knowledge. It has been my dream to accomplish something world-changing. Together we move forward with full hearts and unbreakable spirits. Day 66. It has been just over 2 months out at sea, and we have yet to discover anything new. We have suffered through many storms, and sickness has plagued the ship recently. Several of my favorite crew have passed on to the next life. I see the growing doubt in the eyes of my fellow laborers as our voyage continues day after day. Food rations have been cut in half and fears that we may have to turn back. I dare not let myself think of failure. Those men have lost their lives, their sacrifices to make this voyage possible. I cannot let them be in vain. Day 91. It has come to roughly 3 months out here on the endless blue. With much pain we have turned around. Yes, we are headed for Homeport. We have just enough food to make it back. I just hope we have a smooth journey back. The spirits of the crew are low and bitter due to our failure. I do not let myself get caught up in thinking of it. Truly, we did not intend for this to happen. Seeing that there's little left to see, you take your leave. The wood under your feet crackles as you exit the vessel. You make back where the tunnel divides. I went right? I don't know. Let's go left. So I have a knife now. Maybe that helps me against the stone thing? I doubt it, but hey, let's try it out. Ah! With success you hold the knife, begin to cut away the appendages that bind you. The room vibrates as you do cut, and the creature immediately leaves you alone. It takes a moment to catch your breath. You come to a divide. Which way do you go? Well, progress! Go right. The path you walk come to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. The light rests on a corpse that seems to have been here for quite some time. Near the corpse stands a lone flower. For some reason you feel hope enter your heart as you gaze upon the flower. There's something special about the scene, but you can't put your finger on it. Perhaps it may be best to leave in reverence for now. Oh, because I didn't talk to the ghost guy? You continue your way into the darkness. I would have taken this flower and be like, whoa, it's mine now. Go left. Go right. So, save. It would be nice to see what kind of items I have. Let's take the middle door. I have still the knife. Maybe it can also help me against the dog. You pull out the knife and prepare for an attack. The dog reacts and starts to growl at you. The hound dashes at you and sinks its teeth into you. Even with the knife, you merely cut the beast before it knocks the knife out of your hand. You don't survive long and die a painful death. Your adventure ends here. Well, that didn't work. Enter the left door. Continue on. I have been everywhere. What? Right. Ah. The passageway soon ends with an enlarged mushroom sitting in front of you. A steady river of water flows between you and the mushroom. That could be the reason for... You walk toward the mushroom as if there was something more than what meets the eye. Walking forward, you step into the water. To your dismay, your foot hits no bottom and you fall in. You reach to grab hold of the edge of the surface, but your body freezes stiff. You lose your sight completely as its chilling water sends your body into shock. Without any sense of touch and warmth, your lifeless body sinks into the darkness. Your adventure ends here. You are such an idiot. Go back. Oh, there was water! Well, I'm dead now. Great. Idiot! Go right. Go left. Well, I have this strange feeling I was everywhere now. Go forward. White brings me to the grave, but I can't do anything here. Maybe because I didn't pick up the flower. Then again, I wouldn't know how to get out of here anyways. Go left, go left, go left. Go left, just go left. That's a stupid riddle. I mean, the door behind me is the one I entered. Oh, no. You walk up the steps. Whoops. You enter a large room. The air is polluted with dust and spiderweb cover the walls and ceiling. Where should you go now? Upstairs, downstairs, go outside. Let's go to the far door. Oh, that looks interesting. The door struggles to move, but you enter into what appears to be a spider's den. The air is thick and the room is a mess of web and body parts. You notice that there are a couple of items in the room that could be useful. If nothing else, there's a key on the ground that you will no doubt need. Before you can even act, a large spider falls from above. You have no doubt that it is hungry. Without hesitation, a spider attacks you. You pull out your knife and stab the spider when you can. Unfortunately, the knife doesn't scare the spider, it bites you with ease. You begin to lose feeling all over your body and everything goes black. Your adventure ends here. Let's go upstairs. You discover what looks like a private library. There's a passageway before you with bookcases on the left and right. Pause the books. You take a moment to look at the books. Some of them catch your eye. Rituals of the Ancients. You flip around until something grabs your attention. Pillars of stone. Years before current times, there were unique religious practices that revolved the Stonehenge. It is said that these stones lined up in a special way and often organized in a circular pattern. Organizing the stones this way unlocks an ancient power researchers still have trouble understanding. In the middle of the circle would be a stone or two for the keystone to rest on. This is the great mystery of this ancient practice. From ancient records it is written that the energies from the surrounding stones channel their power into the keystone. You stop reading because the next page of the book has been torn out. There's a bent page marking a section of the book. You turn to it. The art of charming is not necessarily limited to the instrument, but how the musician goes about playing given instrument. Some are definitely easy to use than others, and for a skill such as this, there are few instruments recommended. The harp is one of these recommended instruments. From vicious dogs to shy unicorns, the soothing voice of the harp can calm the troubled heart. Of course, not all creatures can fall for the simple trick, but it can mean the difference between life and death in some situations. Okay, forgotten power. Flipping through the pages, there's one in particular that has ink markings all over it. War energy is a powerful substance, not to be trifled with. It is merely mist that such energies exist. One does not simply stumble upon a pillar of godly power. Even if such a fate is yours, bare hands cannot contain the force. It must be bent and channeled into a specially crafted vessel to carry it. There have been accounts across time of individuals possessing such power. Although they pass away as sand, the relics of power remain as powerful artifacts that nations around the world would fight for. Leave. Move forward. You walk up more stairs. You pause as you notice a stone carving of a person praying that is attached to the wall. There's something odd about it, but you can't put your finger on it. With caution you continue up the stairs. You enter a strange room with a large globe centered about the room. There are windows that let the light shine through. You notice that there's a chest resting against the wall to the right. You also notice there's another passageway like the previous room. Open the chest. Approaching the chest, you notice there's a lock fastened to it. With no key to unlock the chest, you decide to leave it alone. Inspect the globe. You study the globe attached to the floor surface. The craft is made of metal and there's fine detail in the grooves. There are various markings and names scattered across the globe. It takes you a moment, but you find a marking of where you are, Aramor. You notice that there are some hand-drawn markings within the area, made with black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author of these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings on other areas around the globe. Continue forward. You climb the stairs and find a wall ending your path. Above the end of the stairway is a hatch. Open hatch. You open the hatch and pull yourself up. You have made it to the top of the tower. Before you is a stone of power resting upon an altar of rock. Dark vines have entangled the structure as if they were feeding off the energies of the stone. Your body begins to tremble as you stand before the stone. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone is sapping away your energy. Destroy the stone! This may be your only chance. You approach the stone and grasp onto it. You lose sight and feeling immediately as your hands become glued to the stone. Your life is drained from your body. Only bones remain to testify for death. Your adventure ends here. Whoops. Leave the stone. You turn and begin to exit through the hatch. You're surprised to find it difficult to focus. You suddenly fall down through the hatch, it closing behind you. You hit on your head and tumble down the stairs like a ragdoll. With a broken neck you struggle to live, only to die moments later. Your adventure ends here. Great. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. Go outside. Exit to the gated area. Go back where the path split. Go left. Follow the trail of grass. Inspect the grave. Break away from the sword. Maybe I didn't do this beforehand and that's why I didn't pick up this flower in the... But I will still continue on. Maybe I can fight the fish with my knife. Dive in. You pull out your knife and point it at the fish. Waving the knife around, you fail to deliver the fetal blow. What? A fetal blow? A fatal blow to the fish. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes. Yeah, die a painful death. Well, what I can do now is maybe get the coin from the well. Grab the coin. You climb down with ease and obtain the coin. You struggle to pull yourself up and out of the well, but you do so successfully. You then loosen the rope and store it away. You are somehow satisfied that you are one coin richer. I have no idea where I might need a coin, but since I checked out the statue, I should now be able to. Okay, I can't enter the. One, two, two. Hands on the corpse and the first and second flower. Gaze upon the flower. Ah, surely this flower will ease the pain of the spectre. You approach the flower and carefully pluck it from the ground. There's something special about this flower. Light continues to pierce through the darkness from an opening above. Surely it gives you some sort of hope that not all is lost. You turn around. Go left. Go left. Go right. That's a little bit silly. I mean, oh wait, no, I did enter the left door. The game is a little bit confusing on where you are and so on and so forth, but oh well. So let's save. Inspect the grave. Satisfaction, reach for the flower to give to the spirit. The spirit grabs the flower from your hand as you extend it to him. You feel a subtle breeze blow by as the figure fades away with the flower. A faint whisper dances about the air. I am free, at last. You feel a sense of relief within you and reach for the sword. You now wield this special sword. Okay. You are a giant death trap. So let's see if I can fight the fish. You grab your sword and hold it close, pointed at the fish. The fish swims at you with haste. Just as you get in range, you thrust the sword into the top of the mouth. The sword penetrates and goes through the forehead of the fish. It struggles about in pain as blood filters through the water. You pull the sword out and the fish retreats out of sight. You doubt it will live long. With the fish no longer a threat, you make your way to the orb. Holding it in your hands, you feel it vibrates as if there is energy inside. It's trying to break loose. This must be important. We exit the lake with the orb in your possession. Okay, continue along the trail. Let's go to the stone pillars. You remember the orb you found on the floor of the lake nearby. You place the orb into the slot carved in the center rock. The stones that surround you begin to glow. The light radiates and grows brighter. With a flash of light, your surroundings change. The ground is no longer grass. A newly discovered floor appears to be very old, as if crafted by somebody long ago. Rubble and stone near the edges of the platform also hint that this is an ancient place. Looking onward at the top of the path was a fountain of light. There seems to be no beginning or end, an endless power steadily flowing. You are amazed at such a sight. Pretty sure I'd die if I approached the light, since it's too powerful like the book said. The light intrigues you and you walk toward it. Waves of light wash about you as if they are seeking to break away from its home. You feel the energy flow into you, but you struggle to contain it. Your body begins to glow immensely and you burn from the inside out. You are blinded by the flow of power and you dissolve before it. Your body becomes disintegrated by the light. Your adventure, unfortunately, ends here. I knew it. Leave. So I can't do anything with the unicorn. Maybe I can defeat a spider now? I'm fairly certain... Did I continue down the path here? Yes. Continue down the path leads me to the village. So press the knobs. Nope. Left, right, right. I'm fairly certain I have to calm the dog with the harp that got mentioned once. Let's try to fight the spider. The spider has a key that may be the, key to the chest upstairs. You have not doubled its hungry. Without hesitation, the spider attacks you. You pull out your sword and stab the spider that lunges at you. Over and over again you stab the monster. Each time it squeals in pain. The spider flees in the darkness overhead. You hear it motioning about, possibly to strike again. You notice the key on the ground, close by your feet. Before more trouble happens, you quickly grab the key and make it for the door. You feel you got what you need. There's no reason to go back into that room again. Ah, you mean Paper Wizard. Paper Sorcerer. That was pretty good. Except the end. Open the chest. Approaching the chest, you notice a lock fastened to it. With the key you found earlier, try it out on the lock. The lock clicks loose and you open the chest. You discover a small wooden harp resting on line and cloth. You take the harp and close the chest. Yeah, sword OP. Let's try the dog. Either we kill him with the Either we kill him with the sword or with the harp. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. You pull out the harp and begin to pluck at the strings. The hound begins to wag its tail. To your surprise, the beast walks away as if it were charmed by the harp. You never gave it too much thought how powerful music can be. Well, progress. Zelda on the left. You open the door to find a skeleton positioned in the corner of the room. There's also bed and some chains attached to the wall. You have no doubt this individual was locked up for a long time. Inspecting the skeleton, you notice a wing on one of the bone fingers. There's a faint glow of light emanating from the wing, as if it were magical. You may find such a wing useful. You take the wing and put it on with a perfect fit. Seeing that there's nothing of interest to you, leave the cell. Cell door on the right. You enter the cell on the right to see a wooden table on its side, some debris on the floor and a large hole in the corner of the room. Seeing nothing special, you motion towards the hole. You discover a passageway underground. Unfortunately, all you can see is fallen rock blocking the way through. Seeing there's little you can do, you come back where you came. Well, that wing may be what I need to at the stone circle. But let's go to the, well, it's on the way anyways. Let's go to the unicorn. You find yourself glazing over grass fields with hills rolling off into the distance. As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field, thinking of a way to tame the beast. You suddenly remember the harp you found earlier. With the harp in hand, you pluck the strings. The soothing calm comes over you as you listen. The unicorn comes into view and stops before you. The unicorn glares at you, and you begin to hear a faint voice in your head. Human, have ear for my words. A great evil has gripped these lands, and it has rendered me powerless. You must find some way to stop it. I wish I could help you, but without my full power I can do little. The fate on this land depends on you. Before you could speak, the unicorn turns and runs off again. You realize that you are alone to complete this quest of yours. This is no longer about saving your farm. You must save the whole land from the spreading darkness. You turn back as you question what you should do next. Or maybe I should have checked the stone pillars before going to the unicorn. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. So I'm pretty sure with the wing in hand, approach the light. Rays of light brush about you as if they're seeking to break away from its home. You remember the wing you have found and pointed toward the light. Your hand trembles as light flows into it. Before you can think, the wing begins to burn and you stumble back. Light shines brightly from the wing. You notice a subtle warmth to it as you observe. You feel that you accomplished what you must do here. You pick up the orb. So now I guess I can destroy this stuff on top of the tower. Let's explore the field again. Ah, no more unicorn. Yeah, go Captain Planet. So, go left, go right, upstairs, forward, Forward. Open hatch. Destroy the stone. You stretch forth your fist and point the wing at the stone. You can feel a resistance, as if the stone is trying to defend itself. You try to keep hope and focus on the wing. A burst of light shoots out from the wing, penetrating the stone. You feel the very air shake about. The ground beneath your feet begins to vibrate. The wing becomes heavier to hold in place, but you know that it is working. You feel confidence and a sense of joy sweep over you. The light intensifies, nearly blinding you. The ground beneath you shakes violently as if the tower itself was trying to stop you. What little fear in you becomes powerless to focus on your task. Everything goes white, blinding you completely. A weird sensation comes over you, and you feel as light as a feather. You begin to feel a tingling sensation all over your body as you hone your senses. The tingling suddenly flees your body and you find yourself motionless. Everything is cold and your ability to concentrate begins to leave you. You open your eyes, witnessing what is left of the tower. You begin to feel something. Warmth, light, it is coming back. You lack the strength to talk as the unicorn comes into view. Light emanates from the horn on its head. All you can do is smile as the creature approaches. The light intensifies. You may have saved the land, but the unicorn has come to save you. Your adventure does not end here. All unicorns and rainbows. Did I get all the achievements? No. Ooh. One achievement is locked. A hidden achievement. Huh. What haven't I done? I didn't try to go to the city. After getting... And I didn't kill the mushroom in the back. Let's kill the mushroom. I can't go back to the bear. That path is blocked. Go white. Go white. So if I inspect the mushroom, I died the last time. Huh. Let's see what the discussion group says. Walkthrough. Death achievements not unlocking. What's in the chat? That ends in the game. Spoilers. All endings. Disturb trading card, spelling edge, and completed it yet. Good game. All but one lonely achievement. Oh, without missing the unicorn. Okay. Just like Doom said. I hope I have a save somewhere where I didn't talk to the unicorn. I guess this one. It would be nice, you know, it would be nice if I could see my inventory. This is after, fuck it. I'll let you guys figure out what the last thing is. I'm a nice guy like that. I guess I just die. I did become an achievement hunter. Well, I did get the Factorious thing because it kind of interested me. Do I really want to play something else for? Nah. I will end the cast here. I'm getting tired. Tired, weak. Something. Who is streaming? No one really that I want to host. God damn it! Oh well. Anyways, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see each other soon. So take care and goodbye.